Hey, Dr. Grego, now we're actually in the therapy room. This is where you're going to be treated for your neuropathy, and this is what we're going to use to help you. Number one, you're going to come down here, and I want you to zoom in. This is the latest, greatest pulsed electromagnetic field technology that's available today. It's called the Pro Mag 1, and it's from Pulse. And basically, you have the magnetism, the hertz, and the amplitude, right, that we're going to adjust. And we have this adjusted for Miss Parham right here. We're going to notice that this chair that she's sitting in actually has Tesla coils in it, and these coils fire up the electromagnetism, and you throw it through her body all the way down her leg. You'll see where the rings go around down there at the end, on the bottom of her foot. So it's bringing electricity, it's bringing electrons, which is energy for the cells. When the cells are damaged, they have low energy, so this is giving them more energy so they can heal. Also, it's bringing blood flow into the area. Hello, blood flow. Do you have more blood flow or less blood flow when you have neuropathy? Of course, there's a lot less, isn't there? And so this is bringing oxygen and blood flow and energy to, in this case, her foot, all the way down to her foot. And then, if you look over here, the next thing I want to show you is the biomodulator. And the biomodulator here, you're going to see is set on vaso. That stands for vasodilation. What does that mean? Again, that's dilating her blood vessels through this entire sock right here that's electrified, which is electrified with microcurrent. That happens to be the same current that your body and my body runs on. So isn't that interesting? It's going to increase the blood flow in this foot through the microcirculation via the microprocessing and the microcurrent. So here we have, on the other one I want to show you, this is a pad that's going to be on the bottom of her foot. Make sure that stays there. You notice also on the other side there's a pad on her leg, because that's where the nerves come down through the foot to control, or rather through the leg to control the foot. That's where the nerves come down through the leg to control the foot. And she's holding in her hands, thank you Tom, if I can have that. She's holding in her hands a rebuilder. You're going to notice it's lit up on her hands and her feet down there. So this is actually for the nerve. This actually increases the nerve transmission that's down into the foot. Up here in the neck area, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over, Tom, if we could just, for 1 second, you're going to notice there's some lights underneath there. That's 808 and 640 nanometer red lights in infrared. And that's on her thyroid. Why is that on her thyroid? Because her thyroid's like the alternator in the body. Y'all know with anything with the alternator with a car, I'll tell you the alternator takes care of the charge, right? It makes sure everything in the car stays charged. The batteries in particular stays charged. And so her cells are batteries. And the thyroid is in charge of keeping the charge. That makes sense? Okay, then at the very top, say hello, Tonda.
Hello.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have the brain tap. What this does, if she has any negativity inside her brain, and specifically her subconscious, from healing. Maybe she's told herself over the years, I can't believe this happens to me. How come my foot can't get well? You ever said that to yourself? How long do I have to deal with this? I can't stay up late at night anymore. This is hindering my life. It's very frustrating. I can't take, hello? I mean, we could go on and on with this, but the point is, we need to reset those patterns in your brain so that they're positive, more of a placebo instead of a nocebo, a positive effect instead of a negative effect. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what we do right here with the brain tap. All right, so that's pretty much what goes on in the first room. Now we have a second room, so stay tuned. We're going to be right back with that.